Hi, welcome to Barcart Bookshelf, a video series about books and the drinks they inspire. My name is Elias, and today we're talking about The Vanished Birds by Simon Jimenez. It is November. It is the second week of our sci-fi month. We are talking about science fiction all November long. We talked about This Is How You Lose the Time War by Amal El-Mohtar and Max Gladstone last week. We've got two more great sci-fi new releases coming for you later this month, as well as our classic bonus episode. And today, I am really excited to be talking about The Vanished Birds by Simon Jimenez. As longtime viewers of the channel know, I discussed Jimenez's second novel, The Spear Cuts Through Water, back in January. It is one of my favorite books ever. It is a work of deep humanism and power, and something that is bound to be a classic of our period. And I knew when I was reading that I was going to want to talk about The Vanished Birds. And I am really glad that we've had Sci-Fi Month here on our calendar so that I could make the time to really dig in to Jimenez's debut. And if I prefer The Spear Cuts Through Water, that is only because at the end of the day, I am a fantasy reader from my earliest childhood. But wow, what a book is The Vanished Birds. It is a space opera. It is a time-bending story of family and ethics in capitalism and travel between the stars and music and performance, and just powerfully moving. It is a book that really cements for me the idea that Simon Jimenez is one of the most thoughtful authors that we have writing today in the world of speculative fiction, in the world of fiction, period. Just an incredibly powerful novel, and one that I recommend wholeheartedly, without any reservation, or just with all of the deep love in my heart. It is a truly moving work. It is the story of Nia Imani, a captain on a transport vessel, and the young man that she finds who has fallen from the stars, a boy, and who she raises on her ship, but also about the powers of faster-than-light travel, the desire to travel and avoid distance, the sort of yearning that we have for instantaneous travel, for losing the distortion that travel across distances brings to all people, and to the idea that there are powers and systems that cling to power that will exploit and tear and rip. It's a powerful novel, and one that I'm really excited to be talking about here on Barcart Bookshelf. Our drink today is the Jaunt. It is a riff on the classic aviation sour, which is one of those mid-century sours, but taken to the space between stars, to these sort of interstellar travel dimensions. Instead of gin, we're going to start with 1.5 ounces of cachaça. At the beginning of the novel, we see, and throughout this resource world, where they grow a sort of cane plant. It's purple, it's called tuba, and I thought of it as something sort of grassy and green and refreshing the same way that that cachaça brings that sugar cane. So we're going to get 1.5 ounces of our cachaça into the small tin. Next, to brighten things up, we're going to get 3/4 ounce of lemon juice. Very refreshing, very zippy zingy. And then our sweeteners. Using the cherry blossom syrup from Pratt Standard today. You can use the cherry grenadine that we've used in the past, but I really like that this cherry blossom syrup is made not only with cherry juice, but with sencha green tea, so it's got that bit of light florality that's going to just float on above. And cherry blossoms are an element that we see from way back in the days of old Earth on forward to the far future, 1,100 years from now, where the Vanished Birds is primarily set. We're going to get 1/2 ounce of that cherry blossom syrup in there. Lovely. And then, as I mentioned, that duba is purple. Our purple today is going to come from creme de violette. We're going to get 1/4 ounce of that creme de violette in there. It's going to bring not just this like rich purple color, but also that bit of floral, fresh sort of floweriness to our jaunt, to our cocktail. And finally, to round things out, we're going to get 2 droppers full of the Poudre Smoke and Salt bitters. This jaunt, this faster than light travel, has the ability, or when it is activated, it leaves behind a char of ash and smoke. And so we're going to bring our bit of smoke in there. We've seen before how the florality of the creme de violette and the smokiness of the smoke and salt bitters pair really well together in our video for Harrow the Ninth. Here we see another way in which those two flavors can really play well together. And these are books, if you enjoy Harrow the Ninth, I think you'll enjoy The Vanished Birds as well. They're very different books, but they come from similar places in thinking about memory and connection and the sort of vast wonder and power of space. So we've got all of our ingredients in our shaker. Lovely. We'll get our ice down in there. Beautiful. Cap that with the big tin and shake it up, wake it up. Lovely. Beautiful. And then we'll strain into our cocktail glass. Woo. If I can get my strainer on. Nice, dusky, lovely, soft purple there. And so there you have it. This is The Jaunt, inspired by The Vanished Birds by Simon Jimenez. Please read The Vanished Birds if you haven't already. It is a truly moving and powerful work of science fiction and an elevation of the space opera as a genre into a really rarefied space. We've got a link to snag the book in the description down below. We have got a link to various forms of social media, including Twitter, Instagram, Bluesky. We've got it all. We have got links to find the crude smoke and salt bitters and the Pratt Standard cherry blossom syrup down below. Try the drink. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Hit that thumbs up button. It really makes me very happy. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share this video with your friends. It really does help us to find new audiences. And make sure that you tune in all November long for our exciting sci-fi month adventures. Until next time, cheers.